weighty.
That's right. Nothing is tastier than Diet Cherry Cola from a generic store brand.
Hey, sometimes the generics are better. Just like Toby.
Oh.
This is a good
Kroger brand pizza rolls are better than Totino's. I said it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Daily.
I don't know what that is, but okay.
Daily,
The
thank you
generic
very much
brand
for the
versus the
resub.
name brand.
Oh, okay.
And welcome. Unfortunately, the victory music wasn't as well timed as the party games last week, Derek. When you murdered Cold Spark? No, who did you murder last week with that victory fanfare?
Fluffy?
It was Fluffy?
Murdered,
I think
yeah,
there was
murdered Fluffy, and then
Then the victory
You
and then
posted
Cold
the Twitch
Spark.
clip about that.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, that was amazing. Well, Daily, thank you so much. You're back just in time if you are also returning, Daily et al. And where we had left off, apparently, was me coughing. So, you had emerged through this watery portal that you had each one at a time gone through. And even though there were some delays and looking around and, saying some last words, any last prayers, you all emerged from the portal near simultaneously. And when you do, the portal, the portal is spinning for a brief moment as I'm describing to you all that there are these three fomorians. One of them, Celine, is dressed in the remains of the leader of your ossuary. One of them, who is wielding this spear, is dressed in the remnants of one of the guards of the ossuary, and the one holding the banner here is someone who is dressed in the remnants of, what would be city clothing, merchant clothing, just a city dweller from whence the Fomorian victims had come. Orlans is against a column, surrounded by these glowing fey crystals, and doesn't seem to be looking too good. Has already taken some damage. Now, the Fomorians that are here are definitely not perfect themselves. I'm not talking about personality flaws. I'm talking they also look bruised and bloodied, too. There has been a tussle going on, if not between these two parties, then, well, you all had to go through some things to get here. The Fomorians presumably had to go through some things as well. However, you have emerged at a point where these banished giants that are manifesting the bodies of current day Mesomaskins are seemingly on the precipice of some kind of revenge or victory kill or something along those lines. And do any of you speak giant at all?
If they start to speak, I can cast comprehend languages on myself.
Who has the helm of comprehend languages?
Bright does.
Right.
So
Bright
Bright will be
does.
able to understand. I can't. I can't speak giant. I can speak so many different fucking languages, but that's the one I can't.
I can speak
I've got
Sylvan.
Abyssal, Celestial, Draconic, and Elvish in addition to Common.
All right. So there's some shouting, and Orlans isn't doing a lot of talking, is instead kind of growling and posturing. Some kind of a breath weapon is used, and the Fomorians are able to duck out of the way. And so it's a pitched battle here where you're getting to see some of their moves and their attitudes.
Sorry, did Bright has the comprehend languages helmet?
Yeah, the helm of comprehend languages.
She hasn't had a chance yet to translate anything. This is the immediate sight. Like the first couple seconds you're coming through, you walk out of a portal and there's this big slobber knocker going on in the Fey cave. And so Bright closes her eyes and puts the helmet on. Hopefully not becoming Magneto, although if anyone's gonna, anyway. The portal snaps shut behind you all, leaving an empty archway in this eerily lit cave. And while the portal closing isn't a noisy affair, the fact that it's no longer there, it's no longer providing background light or noise or motion, or maybe there's just some kind of a sensory ripple that goes forward. The two parties, Orlans and the three Fomorians, stop for a moment. They're arguing, they're fighting. And Orlans is the first to speak. And you don't need a Helm of Comprehend language in order to understand that he is requesting your help. And not but a second afterwards, the Fomorians counter. No! Help us! Put an end to this creature once and for all! To right all the wrongs! And Orlans then takes a snap. Not verbally, but Orlans goes for a snap against the soldier Fomorian holding the spear. And when that happens, the Fomorians realize that they are back in combat. And you, as a group, have received a plea to help both parties, either party. Though now both of them have gone into... Orlans has actually took a moment to creeping around the column some, and the others are kind of doing a split maneuver to try and the banner holder is going to try and go around this way and catch Orlans. But the battle goes back, and while they have pled for you to lend your aid to either of them, it is it's up to you. You all are just standing probably about 70-ish feet away from where the combat's taking place. Unless there's a stray, lightning bolt or something, you're not immediately involved in the fight. And these are two parties that look like they're fighting to the death. This is a battle of attrition. A battle of even survival. Just, I guess, proactive survival, I guess, is how we can brand this. And so I want to go back to you all as a group on top of this platform with the stairs. The one thing that's not represented on here is I don't know how much of a difference it makes. There's actually some water that is flowing along here. But cut to you all.
Dragon might be a mighty prize.
I feel like separating them would be a good idea.
Mordecai wants to cast Synaptic Static on Orlans.
Well, no.
Unless somebody's stopping him.
I was going to say wants to or
stop him.
is. I do need to know if you're discussing or taking action.
He is in the midst of casting a spell, so unless somebody wants to stop him.
Yeah, Celine is going to be like, Mordecai, no.
What?
No.
This is what you wanted.
I know, but there's a better way to go about it. I have an idea.
Seems like now's the perfect time. We have help.
We wait too long, they're gonna die.
I have an idea.
Then spit it out, woman.
The sounds of combat are echoing through the cavern.
I think it's better if you just watched. And using my 6th level spell slot, how far away are we from them?
70 feet.
It was 70 feet as they've been traveling. I'm going to say that they are about 100 feet away now.
Okay, well, I'm going to walk until there is war. I'm gonna move up 30 feet, and I am going to split them apart by means of a blade barrier.
Okay. And I guess while we're doing prep,
Oh, that's a very good
Many
idea.
fall in the face of chaos, but not this one. Not today.
On yourself or somebody else?
it's going to be on myself because I'm going to be in the middle of this if everything goes south.
That's fair.
So describe blade barrier, and I'll describe accordingly.
So basically, this massive barrier of it kind of looks like internet-worked sharp spikes of energy. It's like straight down the middle, 100 feet long, 20 feet high, 5 feet thick, splitting the two.
Okay.
Splitting the two, and then the other thing that I would like to do is I would very quickly like to thaumaturgy, just to voice booms up to 3 times as loud as normal for 1 minute.
Both of which are concentration. So which one are you doing first?
Wait, are they both concentration?
Yep.
Oh,
I don't-
really? Damn.
Oh no, never mind.
Thaumaturgy is a duration. It has a quasi concentration-ish flavor, but it's not concentration.
Oh yeah, it's not a natural concentration spell. Yeah, no, it's
I'm
just
going
up
to
to one.
start
Oh,
walking
it's
up
up to
with
one. It's
her
1
while
minute.
everyone
It's-
else is at.
Okay.
Snake is coming with.
Yeah, but basically boosting the volume of her voice. The dragon, Orlans, and the 3 fomorians are just going to hear enough.
And what is Stillwaters doing?
We're muted.
I was also using the wrong accent. Stillwaters is going towards the fray. As they do so, black strands start to creep out through their armor and almost kind of bind towards it, reinforcing it, it seems. Their own hair, actually, weird as it may be, seems to actually almost grow into, like, almost plug into the plates of the armor and extend outward. Well, that's weird. And starts to quickly approach along with Casimir.
All
Can't
right.
leave the gentleman on his own.
Mordecai's gonna follow as far as walking goes.
And Selena will follow along with them as well as she speaks.
All right. So the party is striding forward. The 2 groups that are ahead of you are surprised by the blade barrier that springs up between them. And from the sound of the voices and the marching coming down the stairs, let me get back to my pointer here. You are receiving twin pleas from either, not just for help, but the initial request is ramped up. Orlans promises if you dedicate yourself to his cause, I will empower you. I will restore you and the energy that you've lost along the way. And the leader, Fomorian, also turns. Don't help that one. I can also restore you with my own powers. Lend your cause to us to defeat Orlans. Let me empower you instead. And the two go back to snapping at each other as you are on an approach. Back to, we're not quite an initiative. I don't think it's broken out just yet, but
I want to take down a dragon.
No, Casimir. If things go south, then you can take down the dragon. Before then, keep your hand to yourself, as well as your axes and your bow and any of your magic. Keep it to yourself.
Bright. What would Bright say? One moment. I gotta look at her sheet.
Mordecai's got something to say.
Okay, go ahead and say something while I'm taking a look-see.
Orlans, you have been nothing but a blight on the material plane since we met you. Since before then, even. Give us a reason to back you. Power isn't gonna cut it.
I can answer questions. I can help you overcome the others, the other arcane leaders.
To my understanding,
okay, go ahead.
Orlans is responsible for the downfall of Browbeat, the corruption of their several individuals, invading my homeland. At this point, war crimes would not be an exaggeration. The rule of law is clear. These are punishable by death. At this point, the fomorians have caused no such issue yet. I'm inclined to follow the letter of the law for the benefit and the betterment of the people of Mesomaska.
And the fomorians, yes, that's right. What a deceiver! Someone who even took us from each other. And Orlan says, you don't know what you're dealing with. I do. Everything I've done, it's been to try and deflect the events. It's been to try and... obviously we're dealing in a quasi-narrative time here. I'm not going to give full speeches. Pardon. Bright? Excuse me. Soda makes you burp, apparently. Bright mumbles under her breath. Maybe we should just let him... Why do we have to be involved? We should just let them take care of each other.
Because
she has
Mesotopia is our home. If we do not stop them now, they will encroach on it further. You know this more than I do, Bright.
Why fight a battle on two fronts?
This will be when Celine speaks up in her booming voice.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say it kind of, due to the magic, it kind of warps a little bit. It seems like dual-toned, as if someone else is speaking with her. And she just, and this is aimed at both Orlans and the fomorians, it says, you are both as disgusting as each other. She turns to Orlans first, and she's just like, you have no concern for anyone you affect. Anyone. The ends justify the means, right? Orlans? Anything. Nothing is sacred to you. And that makes you more of a miserable wretch than those three. Not that that really means much. She turns to the fomorians now as like, and you? You are in the same boat. You don't care. All you are here to do is fulfill your agenda no matter who it is that you hurt. No matter who it is that you change along the way. You are no better.
The banner carrying Fomorian, as they've been continually walking back, the banner carrying Fomorian roars and runs around the end of the blade barrier. And as Orlans, so you have the leader that's been talking to you. Orlans has turned to talk, and this one has been in front of Orlans, kind of with the spear baiting. The citizen Fomorian runs around with a roar, and just like uses just like whaps Orlans like right where the tail meets the body, and Orlans roars, and as that happens, the leader's still paying attention to you, the Fomorians. However, as Orlans turns to the one that came around in the maneuver around the column, the one with the spear lunges forward and stabs into the Fey dragon, causing it to roar again with pain. And
is he attempting to stab through the barrier?
They've gone past the barrier.
It's 100 feet long and 20 feet high, and a lot as well as 5 feet thick. That's gonna be a bit difficult.
They've been you cast it.
They've been like dashing while we're
yeah.
down.
They've been moving. As you're approaching, they haven't. They've continued to move.
All right.
So they finally reach the end, like where your barrier had stopped manifesting, and the one like. Not all of them might have reached the end, but especially the one that was going wide made a runaround and is tagging the back of Orlans. This kind of glowing, phosphorescent green-blue dragon-looking. Even though apparently the Fey are the ones who banished the giants or had this interaction. The Fey look like, or at least Orlans is in the form of a dragon.
All right. Well, I suppose it's time that I try and see if my little theory works then, huh?
If you're gonna have your theory, the battle has engaged, and once more, Orlans takes a chunk out of the battle Fomorian, and the two Fomorians are putting in work, while the leader. Let me empower you. Join our cause. Banish this with us. As the two of them seem to be vying for your aid, your dedication, your ability to put the other one away.
How close are all of them together?
Let's see. Orlans is a
Gargantuan creature?
Yeah, gargantuan creature. There used to be colossal, but that is now just a catch-all. I mean, he would be colossal, but anyway, yeah. So it's a gargantuan creature. The leader Fomorian is huge, taking up a 3x3, and the other Fomorians are 2x2s. Pardon. This map, as it currently stands, is not to scale per se, but you have Orlans, which is the single dominant, Fey dragon thing, and then you have the three Fomorians, which are smaller. Though one of the Fomorians, the leader, is a little taller than the others.
But are they all in melee with Orlans?
The leader is not. The spear and the banner are on either side of Orlans, threatening front and back.
Okay. Just so I have a clearer image in case I shoot something.
Okay.
Casimir, what are you doing? I haven't heard anything from you except that you're taking some steps down.
Well, Celine's idea isn't what I'm going to go with the original plan and attack the dragon.
Oh boy.
Okay. You just want to rush forward and do that?
I'm going to send my snake.
Okay. Then, what we're going to do...
Mordecai just looks to Celine. Are we doing this?
She's just like...
This was your calling, right?
It's like, I've got one thing I'm going to try first. If it doesn't work, then do what you want.
We're doing what you want, Celine. This is your fight.
It's like, you did hear me, yeah? I've got one thing I'm going to try. If it goes south, then we're getting into the thick of it.
All right.
All right, one
So-
second then. If Casimir's rushing forward,
Stillwaters
Snake first.
is preparing to engage. Is preparing to engage Orlans. That's the target.
okay.
Jasper is not present.
He's there just in case you decide to summon him, I guess.
It takes 10 minutes for me to summon him. I can't summon him
Oh,
in
it takes
battle.
10 minutes. Yeah, no. All right.
I can't
Yeah,
summon
no,
him in
that
battle.
happens.
That's why I was asking if you guys wanted him.
Well, I mean, you know, there's things that happen.
And the fight would have moved back here. This one would be beseeching. My music's skipping, so I'm going to delete the portal. I think you'll get the idea.
Yep.
Your tokens are on the board. There is this flowing cold water that is cutting across. As you can see, there are these columns of rock that are strewn throughout the cavern, and the pink triangles are these sort of fey crystals, which do not appear to have figures inside of them. They do give off a soft glow, and so for you all, the lighting conditions, the cavern itself would normally be dark. If you are in the water, like the water itself is glowing with dim light, but not too much beyond where the water is flowing. The fey crystals are shedding bright light in a 5 feet around them, and dim light another 5 feet out. So the lighting in here is going to be darker, and it is going to be a lot more. It's going to have a lot more ambiance. Ah, there's the Durgan. So they had since moved back, but Casimir was rushing forward because your blade barrier had extended a good distance to about that column where they were originally pinned. But they had gone around. So Casimir, are you used all your spells, or do you have are you like Zephyr striking or something, or are you just wanting to rush forward into battle?
No, I need to concentrate with Snake. Snake is going first.
Snake is going? All right. Well, then let's do this. Because the intention for initiative is here, I will need you all to roll initiative for me, please. Ooh, 23 for Mordecai. And 18 for Casimir. I have Brights, so let's roll hers. Bright is going on... Alright, well then. Bright's going on a 9. Stillwaters is going on a 19. And Celine is also going on a 19. I do not have a Jasper, and I'm putting the snake on the same initiative as Casimir. And so I need an Orlans, and I need a Fomorians. And so I right. So this is going to put things at Mordecai. And then, ooh, I get to do something. And then between Jacob, or not Jacob, Stillwaters and Celine, who wants to twitch first?
That would be Stillwaters.
Okay. Celine.
As soon as I get my mouse hand back.
Not hearing you, Sally.
That is how things go. The kitty has decided that your mouse hand is no longer yours, and it is I'm guessing hers.
No, you stay off that.
hello there, kitty.
Sometimes I gotta grab her by the scuff of the neck and become Mama Cat for a minute.
Yep.
Just
Yeah.
like, no, you don't go near the power cables. You sit here.
All right. So, Casimir, you're rushing forward here. You've been making some progress, also kind of going wide. When you, as the others have been, talking and such, you've been taking this action, and I will have you and Sneck, especially because you still have the blade barrier coming down the middle. For the 100 feet here, but you're going wide there. So your intention was to go. They're not really surprised because everyone's already tense and battling, and aware of each other. So this is really what would trigger the initiative to go off. But what I will do is, since you have moved ahead, if you want to have your, I don't know, you can have your snake take another movement or something, just like kind of like a partial action to be the first, like, boo, draw, and then we're gonna snap into regular initiative, which will start with Mordecai. iTyrant Games, thank you so much for the host.
Out there.
Okay.
He's not going to dash because I need him to take action.
Okay.
Wait, the next turn.
All right, so we are going to start at the top. Mordecai. There has been a springing snake. Battle has returned between the Fomorians and this fey entity, Orlans. What are you doing here, as we are in initiative proper?
Mordecai takes out his pan flute and plays a slightly I can't do word. Slightly soothing song and casts Aura of Vitality around himself.
Okay.
If somebody needs that, he'll go ahead and pop his bonus action.
Bright could use some healing. Now remember, everyone, you did not get a rest of any kind after that last battle. And does the healing go off when you cast it? Or... Oh, you're using a bonus action on someone in the aura. All right. Oh, yeah, that is weird. I I did hear Discord go ba-dum ba-dum. Yeah, it's saying awaiting endpoint. Well. Interesting.
We good?
Hey, there we go.
Looks like we're good. Yeah, no.
There we go. Now I
Discord,
can hear it.
Maybe it was my internet being stupid because it does that on Tuesday nights.
No,
now.
that was me too.
Yeah, it must be something with Discord.
Discord,
Took a bit
Discord
more
is a different
jerked hard there for a second. So.
Guess we're going to Skype now.
Oh,
No,
God,
please.
Skype is
Please.
worse.
No,
Please.
please.
For the love of all that is good and holy, please no.
Coming from you?
All right, so 8 points of healing to Bright.
If
Noted.
whoever needs it. So
Oh,
Oh, voice cut out. Oh no, it says awaiting endpoint again. Discord is going to be the one that actually kills the party.
there we go.
Discord is derping. We might want to switch back to the central server.
yeah.
Yeah. Let's give it a try. Server settings. Yeah, these things happen.
But yes. In the event that none of you ever have heard me, Mordecai has Aura Vitality on.
Yes. So who's receiving that? Bright can receive it, but... Discord! Well, for everyone out there, these things
I'm
happen.
back.
Yeah, it is. All right, we gotta wait for a window. All right, everyone, we're gonna play in like 15-second spurts between knockouts.
So yeah.
Yeah.
All right, are you giving your healing to Stillwaters or Bright? All right. Well, you know what? Yeah. All right. The motion was put forward that perhaps now that we're all having these Discord derpy doos, we only just started initiative with this, and so we might just need to call it for the night. As Discord says no voicey for you. It started with Fluffy Sheep. And it's spread. It is now awaiting endpoint. Is now plaguing us all, wherever we live, across the time zones in the U.S., up in Canada, down in Australia. My goodness. So yes, you know what, everyone? I hate to do it, but I guess it's a cliffhanger. What's going to happen now that battle has been joined? I guess we'll. Yeah, you know what? It hasn't even restored itself. Now that being said, for all of you who use your Discord Nitros to boost the server, thank you so much, because theoretically, statistically, that should give us improved audio connectivity and a higher bit rate.
Yes.
But
That's just the
Discord is an ass.
it is.
No, stuff happens.
It does. Then you know what though? If we're gonna call it early due to Discord derpy doos here, this would be the point to do it. So Mordecai, before voice cuts out, who gets the healing? I gotta know. I'm on a cliffhanger.
Bright if she needs it, or
Stillwaters.
Stillwaters, because he's at 1 hit point. Yeah, I forgot.
Well,
I didn't
no.
heal him.
was healed. I did get healing from last time, but I'm also the one who's going to be in the thick of it.
All right.
I meant
So we will end here. I have a sticky note with all of our initiatives. This map isn't going to go anywhere, and we will pick up. And you know what? Hey, if Fluffy is able to, if whatever's happening gets worked out, then next week we'll have instead of Brightbot, we will have Fluffy. I was going to say Fluffy Bot, Fluffy Bright.
Well, it was either that or I was going to play. Yeah, Bright. So
yeah, we'd get to see Derek Fluffy.
In which case then all I need to do is play Casimir and then Mordecai. And I played Casimir if I recall.
Yeah,
Mordecai.
Just Mordecai.
And then I'd have the whole set.
Yeah,
I've
you
never
collect them
missed
all.
An episode.
Buy all our play sets and
Got it.
toys.
Except for the Halloween.
That was
Which
the
one?
one Halloween. The one Halloween. I haven't missed an episode at all other than that.
Ah.
No, you have not.
But I am going to Texas in April, so there might be an episode where somebody gets a chance.
Hey. All right. Well, then before we depart, because, I don't know if it would get resolved tonight anyway. So again, this isn't necessarily a bad break point, and I need to be unconscious here real soon. Before we go, and unfortunately, Lethality, for the Gathering of Nerds, I can't stick around to raid you with us. But before we depart, what is your level and your prompt for when you go live a little bit later? If everyone watches our Discord, for your signal flare.
It's about an hour and a half. The level is 15, and the prompt is prompt.
The prompt is prompt.
I'm going to make a quick announcement, just in case.
Yes.
So for those of you interested in the Gathering Nerds, yes, we can't raid, but I will be sure to double check that there is a link in Maddie's Discord for the Gathering of Nerds tonight, because Maddie will probably not be conscious. I know that because he's got that good strangling neck.
I was
nice and comfortable.
I was trolling. I was trolling him while doing some mini stuff the other night. We were discussing deep character building techniques. Like I was invoking some really cool stuff, and I guess Derek didn't. But I will give some shout outs as well. Shout out Macabre Derek, who was last seen enjoying art, or at least banging his head into his tablet because BTTV is mildly colorblind. Mildly colorblind. And I will also give a shout out to Coffee Cat Presents, as you do have your caffeine fixes where you do the arts, and then
which have actually changed to Mondays and Saturdays now. So starting this Saturday, probably around 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, you're going to see Caffeine Fix instead of on Thursdays and Fridays.
All right.
And of course, San Antonio by night.
And San Antonio.
San Antonio will continue to be on Wednesdays.
Yep.
It's just all the arting is on Mondays and Saturdays.
Yes.
Yep.
And then you have something coming up, right, Coffee? You have an event?
Do I? Yes, actually, I have a subathon happening at the end of the month where any tier subscription during the subathon will get you free time towards a commission, depending on the tier.
Ooh.
So, renew your subs on that day, or subscribe as a new subscriber on that day, and I will devote time to a commission.
Y'all heard it.
For free.
I better believe I'm just gonna stop
stealing that.
That's my 1 year. It's my 1 year as an affiliate celebration.
Ooh.
Nice.
That
So
is
for those
good.
of you who haven't, go to Coffee Cat's channel right now. Don't forget to hit that follow and the subscribe button just to be able to put in a penny in the pot. Every little bit helps. And remember, if I might interject, you might be able to drive him nuts by putting him outside of his comfort zone. Ain't that right, Dark Wolf?
I already know what commission it was. Mordecai might be able to guess, but
Thankfully, the
Not really
29th
good,
actually
Coffee.
happens on a Saturday, so the Saturday the 29th, I will be hosting that, and that falls on my new art date. So
Doing a caffeine fix. Check it out.
29th?
Well,
Maybe
that
it's a
works, and
little-
I'm gonna have to. You know, I started by showing off because you did a good chunk of the crew here for Chroma Company. I have the BTTV
I did.
emote panel up here, and it seems like we're gonna have to add another one. Well, it'll be the same thing. It'll be the same thing but different here, as T Jacob might need a little touch up, and so I'll have to get something drawn up by you.
Now
And I
now
also
probably
need to
be
update
T
the cover photo.
Stillwaters.
So.
T Stillwaters.
Yeah. Wow, have I done that many animations for you?
Yeah, that's so you started with Pickle God, and then we went to Mordecai, and then once you got the die rolling. Fortunately, the way that you were able to illustrate that was very efficient in changing the colors due to the persnicketyness. So a little bit by little bit, especially as I and maybe even you learn your capabilities here, or at least get back in the saddle, because I know you studied animation. There might be some other future animations that I'll be getting from you here.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. All right. Well, everyone, especially for all of you out there, I will not redeem everyone who spent their points on the +1s. I'll save those until this coming Tuesday. And so we have several that have been spread around, and more can queue up, because it sounds like there's going to be a fight between a big old dragon, 3 fomorians, and then a group of people who've been drugged through not hell. Hell's back in the city. This is through something else instead.
Chroma Company in the Feywild.
Yep.
Sounds like an album title.
It kind
I'm
of
gonna
does.
kill you, of course. But first, I'm gonna drive you mad.
So be well out there. Thank you for your attendance. And the workshop starts tomorrow through Saturday, where we're going to be exploring it's a very directly titled Subclasses 1. And we're going to make some rando characters off of that Unearthed Arcana, as we do.
Though, Subclasses 2 also just came out.
It did, but it didn't. From what I understand, someone just guessed at the website and it opened up the PDF. I don't think it's been officially released yet. I tried clicking on a link and it actually took me to Subclasses 1. So I think someone at Wizards is like, whoops.
Derp.
And redirected the Subclasses 2 link. Though, if any of you have a working one or the PDF, I'm not saying don't send it, but I can't help what ends up in my DMs on Discord.
Wink.
All right, I'm gonna get out of here. I'll see you all out there in on Discord or in the workshop starting tomorrow. Be well.